It's time to get on the hype train because the Flames have 8 straight wins at home.
And the Pittsburgh Penguins have fired their coach, Mike Johnston, and Gary Agnew, and replaced him with none other than Mike Sullivan, first-time coach, head coach.
Welcome back to another episode of Hockey Now. I'm Lyndon.
I'm Leroy.
And lots of news to cover today, including the Flames, who have 8 straight wins at home. Last game against the Sabres, 4-3 win. Been a wild few games at home here on this homestand.
It's been exciting, Lyndon, hockey. I mean, that Dallas game, that Boston game, back and forth. A little bit of a not so open game to the Sabres, but come out with the win. Love it.
It's been much more of a Calgary Flames hockey that we're used to seeing from last season.
Yeah, so it was good. And Ferland was starting to come out and show the boys who's in charge there. And
starting to look like the player that we saw in the playoffs last year. And that was a big concern for people because everyone was saying, okay, this guy, we're going to use him to be our big our big hitter. And we didn't really see that at the beginning of the season.
Well, and I think people are starting to take advantage of certain guys. Like Johnny Gaudreau took a cross-check to the back, and unfortunately he ran into one of our other guys and he snapped his neck. He's okay. That guy just seems to rebound. He's such a little guy and amazing. Yep. And Gaudreau, wow. That guy can dangle that puck in a telephone booth. And there's no telephone booths anymore, just so you know.
He almost had he was going for quite a few games there with a point streak, and he almost
17 and then he one game without. But he's back on track, so no problem there.
Yeah, but just an incredible player. Love watching that guy. He just, the way he handles the puck and the amount of points he's been able to put up on the board lately.
The plus minus on the blue line has changed from, I think, minus, ridiculous. Well, I forget the stat, minus 17, 20 something to plus 7. Hamilton has been fantastic, and we're starting to see him contributing right in close by the net, and so we're covering for him, and
yeah, he's pulled up to -3 right now. He was, I believe last week he was like -9, -10. So that's really nice to see. Yeah. He's got a few goals as well, a few assists. He's been doing really, really well. So that's always good.
Coming together.
Speaking of point streaks, I know we didn't plan on this, but Patrick Kane.
Yeah, Patrick Kane. Wow.
Wow.
All the controversy at the beginning of the year.
That guy.
Yep.
He's been going strong. It's like, 25 games now?
Yeah, good for him. Good for the Hawks.
That guy's, he's incredible. Just quick mention because
pure goal scorer.
Like, just raw, natural talent. Like, that guy's nuts. But let's talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is news I woke up to this morning. Didn't really expect it, to be honest. Firing head coach and assistant coach.
Well, when you're not doing well, Lennon, something's got to go, something's got to give, and they're not going to do anything with a trade with their stars. I mean, they're there. I think they're pretty much lifers, so they've already got a cup, so why would they get rid of anything, do anything? Sid's just, he's just struggling. I mean,
taking a look at their last month or so of games, they haven't really lost too many. Like,
no,
probably about just a handful of games.
But with the stars they've got, and getting Phil Kessel in there, they do have on paper the team to be in a playoff position and competing well in the standings, and they just haven't been so.
So yeah, big surprise there. Let's take a quick look at where they're sitting. So they're sitting 5th in the Metropolitan right now.
Their old coach Balsma, he's in Buffalo, and he's doing a pretty good job there. And speaking of old coaches, you look at Lindy Ruff in Dallas. There's another story. Dallas is
really running away with the league.
Tyler Seguin, wow.
They're ahead of the Canadians right now too. They're top of the league, 46.
Yeah, I'd love to do a stats of Taylor Hall, Seguin, and kind of see who's kind of been. But Hall is coming on here lately. He's been good for the Oilers.
Yeah, Oilers been on a bit of a.
Eberle's been good. Yeah, Nielsen's been amazing for them. Talbot just hasn't cut it, so they're going with Nielsen. And the Battle of Alberta, I hope, is back where they're competing for top spot in their division.
I think we play them at the end of the month, so
yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe Connor McDavid will be back. They're going to be a powerhouse when he gets back, Lyndon. Defense, though, I must say, defense. Schultz, come on. Their defense is terrible. They're getting close on some areas, but they got to get some defensemen.
Looking at the Pacific Division here, not too... Like, the points aren't too widespread. Well, except for Los Angeles, 39 points. But you got Vancouver with 30 and Flames with 26
that
points.
That Pacific Division, eh?
So, 4-point spread.
You go on a small losing streak, you're out. You go on a good winning streak, you're in. So, you look at the Flames and Oilers, they're putting the wins up. They're starting to look good. So San Jose drops, Vancouver drops, we're in. Winnipeg...
Yeah, like everything could change after this weekend, after the games this weekend, right? It could be totally flipped over or it could be the same. So very tight race in the Pacific Division. A few games going on tonight, including Calgary playing New York Rangers, who lost to the Oilers yesterday, 7-5.
I didn't watch the game. I'd love to see the highlights on that one, Lynn. A lot of goals.
But even just looking at the score, 7-5, like
wow.
you have to think that was a wild game. So
yeah, it must have been wide open and... just wide open, you know. I had a phrase, but it left me.
Some other Canadian teams going on tonight. Ottawa, Montreal are playing, and Calgary and New York. That's all we got going on tonight. Of course, by the time this episode goes up, it'll be Sunday. So you will already have the results of those.
Hey, do you know when Boma's back?
Boma he skated with the team this morning. We don't have an official timetable on him, but he is progressing faster than expected. I think they were saying 12 weeks and now was looking at 9 weeks. So he could be back by the end of the month. I'm thinking he's going to probably go on the road trip coming up here right away, and he could be playing by the end of the month.
Sounds good.
That's good to see. Chris Russell's also a game time decision tonight, so he could be back in the lineup, which would be good for our defense as well. But yeah, I think that's about it. Mostly Flames just rocking it at home.
Yeah, no, it's looking good, looking really good. I think everyone's stepping up. Granlund has been good.
Granlund's been really good. He's been a bit of a surprise.
If he keeps that up, he's not going anywhere and down to the farm.
I think the biggest challenge is going to be taking this success and taking it on the road, because we've struggled on the road a lot this year.
Yeah, Raymond has stepped it up a little bit. He hasn't had a great season, but he's stepped it up and been solid.
Raymond's had a lot of back and forth, like a lot of good and a lot of bad.
I gotta say, Giordano, Hamilton, and
Giordano's finally finding his stride from last year after that injury.
It's starting to feel better back there, and what can I say about Monahan and Gaudreau? I mean,
Monahan, Gaudreau, and Bennett, 3 just superstars in the making.
Yeah.
Like they are just incredible. It's crazy.
On a final note, Lennon, I did watch the Glenn Sather tribute last night to the Oilers. What a guy! What a man! What an honor! If you had him in your organization that long, and to hear the history of him and what he's done on the ice, off the ice, building hockey. There's not many in that category or in that status up there with Glenn Sather.
Yeah, as much as
hats off to him.
As much as we like to hate on the Oilers, they do have a lot of history. They got a lot of greats that played with them.
I can appreciate that organization and what they've done. They have a dynasty, and one day
they have a dynasty. They don't currently have a dynasty.
They had a dynasty, but yeah, I think they're in transition out of another dynasty, another losing dynasty. Just so you know. Because they really had a losing dynasty here.
How
many first round picks do you get?
The last 10 years have been rough. Like 3 or 4 first round picks.
They are dynasty through and through. So they'll one way or the other.
I don't know if you want to be known for that kind of dynasty, but
well,
yeah, that's what we got for you guys today. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Of course, we post new episodes every week, or at least we try to. Of course, World Juniors are coming up very soon.
In our Christmas episode, right?
Christmas episode, yeah. We'll probably...
Yeah. It's coming. Don't forget.
He's probably planning something, and I'm very scared now. But yeah, World Juniors is coming up. We'll probably have more frequent episodes then. Going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you are subscribed. You stick around for that, because World Juniors is probably the best part of the year in terms of hockey, besides for NHL playoffs. So look forward to that coming after Christmas. Of course, make sure to follow us on Twitter. Links will be down in the description below if you want to keep up to date with all things hockey. Other than that, I got nothing else for you.
Keep your stick on the ice and keep your fingers on that like button, and
we'll see you in the next episode.